All right, guys, so what we're going to be looking at today is an FRQ from the 2016 AP Macro exam. Now, these questions are all available on the College Board website if you ever need any of these, as well as the answer keys. But I'm going to guide you on this one step by step to show you guys how this question should be answered, a few tips and tricks along the way. So the following table shows the number of donuts or cupcakes that John and Erica can produce in one day. So I'm going to use my method where I put it into a different table just to make sure that I follow everything appropriately. So I'm going to take the information from this table first thing and I'm going to throw it into this model below. But before we do that, one thing to always check is if it's showing us the productivity, the goods produced, or if it's showing us resources used to produce the good. So that's a very, very big oops on an exam if you don't actually know what you're looking at. If they're showing you hours to produce instead of the goods actually produced, all your opportunity costs are going to be wrong. So make sure you always look at that first. So we're going to pull data from that table down below. So we have our information right there. I just put it in a different format to make sure everything is a little bit easier as we go forward. So the next thing we need to do is figure out our opportunity cost and who has the comparative advantage and terms of trade real quick. Because most of these questions always deal with all of these different aspects. This one even has absolute advantage in there. So we're going to pull those opportunity cost, what we sacrifice divided by what we produce because it is a productivity one. We're going to figure out comparative advantage real quick. Erica has the comparative advantage in the production of donuts because she has a lower opportunity cost. John has the comparative advantage in the production of cupcakes because he has the lower opportunity cost. So we've got that all done. The only thing left is the terms of trade. 1 donut in exchange for 2/5 of a cupcake. This would work. Anything greater than 1/2 but less than 1/3. And with cupcakes, 1 cupcake in exchange for 2.5 donuts, that would work as well. Anything greater than 2 but less than 3 is an acceptable terms of trade. All right, so the next part has us actually answering these questions. So the first thing, who has the absolute advantage, and explain. So we need the production table. We need to look at this. And we can see from this that John can produce more donuts than Erica given the same resources. And that's very key for this answer. John has the absolute advantage. However, we need to know why. He can produce 200 donuts while Erica can only produce 150 donuts using the same resources within the same time. Making sure that you're identifying that they're using the same resources is vital to the right explanation on these answers. All right, part B. Who has the comparative advantage and in producing donuts, and explain. So once again, we have to explain on this one. So we have this information already figured out. Erica has the comparative advantage in donuts. Why? Because she can produce donuts at a lower opportunity cost, 1/3 of a cupcake, than John can at 1/2 of a cupcake. So Erica has the comparative advantage. Part C, assume that John and Erica decide to specialize according to their comparative advantages and that 1 cupcake is exchanged for 4 donuts. So 1 cupcake for 4 donuts. What we need to figure out is this going to be beneficial to John and is it going to be beneficial to Erica? These terms of trades, how are they going to, each of these guys going to respond to it? So first off, let's take a look. 1 cupcake in exchange for 2.5 donuts is the terms of trade. Anything greater than 2 but less than 3 would fulfill mutually beneficial terms of trade. So somebody's not going to be happy here. But if they trade 1 cupcake for anything more than 2 donuts, John is better off. So in this case, John will benefit from the trade. Now, however, the most Erica is willing to pay to sacrifice for a cupcake is going to be 3 donuts. Because otherwise she can do it at home herself. Her domestic cost is 3 donuts. She's not willing to trade 4 donuts for 1 cupcake. So Erica will not benefit from this trade. It does not fall between the opportunity cost. It is not a mutually beneficial trade. All right, the last part of this question, nice easy one. We need to draw a new production possibility frontier, actually, and the production possibility frontier, and then adjust it. So Erica discovers a new cupcake production technique that will increase only her daily production of cupcakes. It's not going to affect donuts at all. So we need to create a whole new production possibility frontier. So we have our before tech change, we have our after tech change. The key parts that we need here are the values. You need to make sure that you have the 150 donuts. You have to have donuts as the horizontal axis. You need to have cupcakes as the vertical axis. You need to have that before tech change 50 units being produced. And then we don't have a value. We don't know what she's producing after the fact. So you mark it as point D, mark it as whatever, leave it blank, as long as you have it higher than where we were before, because they never gave an exact amount. So this is really all you need for that last point. All right, hopefully this technique helps. Hopefully this question gave you a little bit more experience with terms of trade, comparative absolute advantage. Remember, use that resource that I provided you guys, that terms of trade test resource. It really helps you guide the way that you think about these questions and should guarantee that you get the right answer on the exam.